Ready when you are.
So my first story is, okay, so it's actually not my story. My mom was real little. It's actually where a couple of my stories come from because they tell them all the time. And one of them was they were out the lake. My grandmother has a boat. And my grandfather had to go take care of some errands. So after docking the boat, he's like, I'll go take care of this. Come meet me back here later tonight. My grandmother says, okay, we'll pick you up at 7. That's the big phrase, is we'll pick you up at 7. So a couple hours go by, they're skiing, they're tubing, they're swimming, they're getting really into it. They've stopped to fish for a while, and they completely lose track of time. And it's about 9:30 or so at night, and they realize that they have left my grandfather at the dock waiting for about 2.5 hours. So the joke that we have every time we got to the lake is, yeah, we'll pick you up at 7, and it'll be like way early in the day, like noon or 2, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll pick you up at 7. Yeah, very funny. And they've made that joke for over 20 years. We still talk about it. It's kind of hilarious at this point. And I wasn't even alive when it happened, so I guess the joke was technically like 30, 40 years it's been going on. Let me see. Okay, so I have another story, also about my mother as a child. My mother was a teenager in the last story. She's 7 now. Or, she's not 7 now, she's 7 in this story. And in this, so she was 7 years old, and they're going Easter egg hunting. Because that's what people do. And so she was hunting for eggs, looking around trees and stuff like that, and she doesn't see a snake. She, looking for an egg, she gets excited and runs around a tree and steps on a water moccasin, which, if you don't know, is an extremely poisonous snake. And it bit her right about here on the thigh, somewhere in this area. She still has the scar, like 30, 40 odd years later. And my grandfather, I remember hearing that my grandfather had to take his belt and tie it off into like a tourniquet real quick before they went to the emergency room. She could have lost her leg or died. Luckily, my grandfather acted quick. They really drove quick, so long story short, I'm alive thanks to my grandfather, because, that's how sequences work. Let me think. I had one more story. This one's about my dog, actually, who died about 6 years ago, my freshman year. But before that, she would do the weirdest things. Like, I'm pretty sure this dog had to have been my spirit animal, because I was weird, she was weird, it worked well. But one of the things that she would do is, no matter how far away from you she was, if you peeled an orange, she would be there. And so I remember the time that I peeled an orange in the kitchen, and I hear a huge thud on the back door. Sure enough, I look over, and my dog, Molly, is standing there on the door, wagging her tail, waiting, because she could smell the orange from there. It was bizarre. She was also addicted to grapes. So, like, if she smelled an orange or she saw you eating grapes, she was all up on you. And she would literally just crash into the door if she smelled an orange. It was kind of hilarious. So those are my stories. That's about all I've got to say. So.